It's really amazing. I mean, everyone was so kind and everybody was so enthusiastic. And yeah, I mean, this is probably I think this is my fourth time at the festival. I first came in 2006 and it's grown. And obviously, there's a lot more cinema lovers now. Yeah, it was really important working in television so young. Working as a young actor in the States for me was invaluable, you know. It gave me a kind of experience that most actors don't get until later on in life because I started as a child. Also, my experience working on Apocalypse Now when I was 14 years old, also. So by the time, see, they have this thing they say in acting teachers, like acting schools, they say it takes, well, once upon a time they used to say it takes 10 years to make an actor. And then later I heard they say it takes 20 years to make an actor, right? So I started at 10. So by the time I was 20, I had fulfilled one of those requirements. And by the time I was 30, I was an actor, you know what I mean? Well, in some ways, it didn't prepare me for the complexities of the industry. It really prepared me for the work as an actor, but not the complexities of the industry, because the industry is always changing. So if you think about it's 2025 now. In 2014, before 2014, there was no streaming, right? Now, streaming is normal. It's how everybody, you know, consumes their content. So imagine in 1976, there was no digital camera. 2000, maybe eight, nine, the digital camera becomes the thing, and we no longer make movies on film. So the complexities of the business, no one's prepared for those. The borders are not as distinct as they once were. It doesn't mean the same thing that it once did. Um, we had a very big distinction between television and film 40 years ago. But that all really started to change. I really think in the 80s, in the 1980s, is when it really started to change slowly, slowly, slowly. So that by the time we got to 2008, it was, you know, it was really, it was really an honor to receive the Tony Award for my Broadway debut. I had always had one of my goals was to play the Broadway stage in a drama that was authored by an African American that represented African American life in an authentic way, and I was successful with that. So it was an honor just to do that. And the Oscar nomination was lovely. I mean, you know, there's nothing like being acknowledged by one's peers, and I think the best part of it for me was that I shared the Oscar nomination with Angela Bassett. You know, we were nominated both for our roles in that movie, and we had worked together a couple of times before that in Boys in the Hood, and we had almost done a movie together that never got made, unfortunately. So it was very gratifying to actually be nominated that year. There was a young man who came up to me and he was very, very full of emotion. And he wanted to express something to me, basically his gratitude for the work that I did in the film. And there was a friend of mine who was with me watching this exchange. And I was very, very moved by it. And my friend looked at me and he said, you don't understand what happened. And I was like, what happened? He said, the role that you played in Boys in the Hood, you basically became a father for a fatherless generation of boys. And that's kind of how that went. You know, it was fairly straightforward. I mean, it was all on the page. It was in the script. The script was watertight. I mean, it was incredibly well written. John Singleton had entered the script into a film script writing competition at University of Southern California. Not once, but twice. So because he had worked the script so much, it was absolutely perfect. From first page to last page, it was a masterpiece, and the proof is in the film.